Hello everyone, my name is John041 and today I will be talking to you about how to make the notorious dragons on Minecraft. Now they're pretty hard, yes, but after a while you get really used to them and it becomes like extremely easy. So without further ado, let's get started. First materials you're going to need are probably an axe for world edit, an arrow for voxel sniper, and once again gunpowder for voxel sniper. Now you really don't need these, but it really comes in handy whenever you're actually building it. But you could just be like me and not use anything and just use it for your building. But it's all about your personal opinion, I guess. So first things first, you're basically just want to make like a 2D structure of it. Like this really is not that hard with World Edit. All you gotta do is maybe like get two positions, make like a box diamond kind of thing, and just once you click the two positions, you type set wool, something like that. But yeah, once you get that square, you just carve it out, make basically a mouth, and yeah, it's extremely easy. Next step and most important step is probably depth. Once you make your 2D pixel whatever, you're gonna want to add like a lot of depth to it. So this can be done by adding diagonal blocks along the sides and as and as for like the mouth and stuff like that. And maybe you can even add like a chin kind of thing going on here, and maybe like a horn, another horn type thing, and maybe like something for the eyelid and stuff like that. It really doesn't have to be much, just as long as it's different than this, you know. This step is probably one of the more challenging kind of steps because you pretty much just have to get like used to making these things and basically just overall knowing how much depth to put in here and when to stop and when to start getting thinner out the horns and putting teeth in it for stairs, with using stairs for the teeth, making an open mouth kind of thing like this, and basically adding eyes. And don't make sure you don't add 2D pixels eyes. That looks terrible. Make it so that it looks kind of like 3D. So when you're looking at it, it's like yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah. So I added a little bit more horns, like the general theme of this one, and maybe like a little eyebrow kind of thing going on. And like before, all you really have to do is make one side of it and use the axe and type in like first click like this position and then maybe type in pause 2, and then once you copy it and then you were to flip it this way and then rotate 180, something like that, and then see like once you paste it, it'll look like it'll be on the other side basically. So I kind of messed up with this, but it will get pretty much right on it and it'll look pretty good. So yeah, once you make one side on here, that should all you. That's really next step is probably one of the easiest because all you really have to do is make a pixel art body of this, or just whatever you really feel like doing, I guess, because you really only have to make a half sphere here, half sphere there, half sphere getting smaller and smaller as it gets to the tail, of course. And once you do that, it's really not that hard. Like once you get the wool, you start adding more depth to it, and it should start to look a little something like that, like how the lines get thinner towards the chest, and adding more depth to the horns like usual. And yeah, so it really helps me out if I just make it 2D, like I said, and making these half spheres, like I said again. I don't know why I'm doing this, but yeah, you can use BL for this, which is BL for voxel, V wool, which is the ID for wool, and you use like that's your first position, and that would be your second position, and it makes that straight line you see. And if you keep doing this, you'll soon get like a nice smoothened body, if you will. But yeah, once you keep doing that, it should look once you finish, it should look a little something like this. It's just, you can see a lot of depth on it. It gets smaller at the chest. You can see the chest colors around the butt area and around the tail. I probably should have added some more right there. But yeah, I mean, it's really easy. You just And if you don't want to, don't try the legs. That's a little too hard. I mean, it took me a while to get it. Even that looks a little derpy, but oh well. Like I did with the face, all you gotta do is make one side, flip it over, and so that way it's even. And this process is probably the hardest because these wings, it takes a really long time to understand. Most people mess up is because they use voxel to use this, and like a sphere brush thing for world edit, and that's where you mess up because that's where you usually get it wrong. So basically, is what you want to first start off with is a larger one, which is going to be the actual arm, and and you want to do this all handmade. You can use a Nodus or whatever it is to do fast place and just basically spam it to get that general wing shape like that. And yeah, you should be able to look a little something like these. But be sure to make the second to last step is adding the wings, like actual span. This is probably one of the hardest parts because of the smoothing and how hard it is. But after a while, it gets really easy. I mean, this is alright. So basically, you got to get the gray or whatever color you're using, and just go up the lines like this, just one by one, placing it against the lines. Just keep on going, and then start down there. That's the portal for lighting. But yeah. So basically, just go along the lines and make it a border against this line. Now you can use the command for voxel BL if you're familiar with it to connect the lines in between, or you can do it by hand, which is what I do. It makes it look a lot nicer. And in the end, the final step is putting it all together, putting the wings together, flipping them over, getting the body, flipping it over, basically just flipping everything over and connecting it all. This is actually probably the easiest step because all you really have to do is do the flip command, and that's pretty much it actually. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, the dragon breath is kind of easy. All you gotta do is just use a sphere and just kind of make a whatever it's called. Yeah, you get it. But yeah, just do replace 50% blue, replace 50% white, water, make it look kind of nice, But yeah, this is your final product should look a little something like this. It looks kind of weird if you look at it straight, like this, but all that's really matters is this view. So yeah, I really hope this tutorial helped you, and yeah, you should, like the video, whatever you want to do. Also check out my Planet Minecraft. I think this dragon is actually on it. So yeah, it's pretty easy, essentially. And one more thing, guys, can we get a like for this floor that I made? This, or not me, I didn't make this. Alec didn't make this. I mean, come on, look at it. Look how trippy that is. Alright, well, anyways, just subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. Yeah, because my next video will most likely be statue making and organics and trees and stuff like that, so